Good day and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Togetherwerole. Didn't fuck it up this time.
Calling out that you didn't fuck it up kind of derails it just as much as when you fuck it up.
We were never on the rails. Come on. It's putting it a little far for us.
Oh gosh, we gave her a cat toy.
You did it.
My microphone was out of
Let's
place.
see if it picks up. Hold on, I'm gonna go back camera here. Yeah. There's that blue laser. Yeah, purple laser. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry, we're going
So,
back.
Glenn Mill. She's awesome. She does amazing work. She does all our character work in terms of art. She's amazing. She has a Twitter. And she also, does she have I keep forgetting this. Does she actually have an art page yet?
Well, she does some I don't know exactly. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, contact information's in the
description below.
In the descriptions.
Much better than our memories because we are sharp.
Yeah, I was copy paste and it's as far as I could go. But yeah, not only her stuff, but all the other kind of cool stuff that we got. We got the knickknacks. We got all knickknacks. Where we got them from and so forth. We'd like to thank those other artists that help us out. So go check out the comments section and the description and go take a look at some of their stuff.
Is the ship in view right now?
No, it isn't. I can go to the rear view and it's in view.
Because it's nice just to see the destruction that we last left on. Anyway,
go to the last video if you didn't see what that's actually part of.
Maybe it's a lot. Destruction. On that note, I think it's time to start another episode of Togetherwerole. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you in a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Tanya, can you pass me that fire thing that I just threw on the floor by accident?
You mean part of the wall of fire pieces?
Yeah. Why are you setting up a bunch of fire?
If you don't know, you shouldn't even have.
What about your ice walls? You can use those too. I mean, walls of water. Don't rule it out. I mean, we just blew up a ship, so...
I'm just curious, do you happen to have walls of psychic energy?
Not
that it would be relevant at any point.
Air wall. Is the wall of air?
I do have walls of rippling energy.
Okay,
They can also be used for ice and stuff like that. I got all the names.
Force.
Not all of them.
Imagination.
There you go.
Who isn't at this point?
Right. To attempt, a poor attempt to get back on track. Let's change.
Let's change
the music.
Let's change the beat. That's what it is.
Let's turn it to the beats.
What's the movie of that? Let's turn up the beat.
What is going on here?
Let's. I know this music. Let's change the beat. It's Zorg from Fifth Element, and that's why I always think.
Okay, yes, so that's what I was thinking too.
Change the beat.
Yes.
I'm having technical difficulties.
I know this music.
Okay, that's working.
When last we left our intrepid heroes,
there was a lot of screaming.
I was fucked. Last time on the Kingdom Strangers,
Wait,
our heroes were in peril.
Ooh, yes.
There we go. Sorry about that. Smashing my keyboard here, trying to make something work. So, last time on the Silver Menagerie, already fucked up, you want to have a meeting with a dragon. Known as the Old One, or has a ridiculously long name, or a servant name that most people use. Balvret had information that one of you wished to know about, something that dwelled on the back of the world turtle. turtle. Through this conversation, he was rather unimpressed and forced you into a bit of a character corner, where you had to adapt or be sat on by a dragon for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And hatched like an egg.
There you go.
Squashed like one. He really got me to lay out my cards on the table. That was really clever.
Through your emotional backlash,
Trauma.
you made him agree, and also possibly cause a little bit of strife between one character to another. He agreed to take you to this world turtle to see if you are either worthy enough to accept this ancient power that is granted by the mother itself. But in the meantime, you had to deal with unwanted visitors as the Empire, Vrosians, came a-knocking on the door on the city of Forged. 9 vessels, as given by the
8.
dragon. Soon to be 8, then 7 by your eyes, as the city waited, held, and retaliated before the ships were able to get into view and see what they could not see behind the city's illusion barriers that they had. Firing this sun cannon that they had at the center of this lake, this 40-foot cannon, destroying the back ship that was following the river, as other ships seemed to come in other directions, following the ships that were going up the river, trying to figure out where potentially you were. As soldiers rained from the skies, along with these lumps of clay that turned into clay golems, attacking citizens, seemingly focusing on unarmored individuals, at least for the clay golems.
Fucking bastards.
You boarded a vessel as you were deciding, like, what should we do? What should we do? As there was battle in the background.
Let's be completely honest. It would be uncharacteristic to call that a boarding. We sodomized that ship. It took us 18 seconds to
Hold on.
cut it in half.
Yeah. As you guys saw a vessel going over the cities, heading towards your direction, you prepared quickly, jumping to the roofs, acting spells to lift you up into the air, boarded the vessel that was dropping soldiers with featherfall onto the city itself and beginning to do a raid, seemingly looking for something. You boarded and said, "We are taking this ship," and quickly destroyed the ship.
Well, to be fair, he did ask the captain to surrender.
We asked nicely.
5 seconds later, the ship was cut in half.
With some incredible rolls on my part and Spark's part, you made 2 arcane cannons explode and go overload.
And we
which
survived.
Honestly has always been there, but has never happened. So I'm glad it happened. And it happened on 2 spots, pretty much side to side to each other, that would take off the front of the vessel, causing the vessel to crash into the city, destroying the vessel entirely and separating you guys and whoever knows during this crashing part. Change the music again.
So I fell through
said
2
change!
stories. I fell through 2 stories and met a small dragonborn couple. That was fun.
There
You're
we
getting
go.
assaulted. Your 2 are somewhere else.
I'm in the ship.
You're in the ship.
I'm
So,
on the ship.
as
I
you-
landed.
As the
fine.
ship crashes and halts to the floor, crashing through one line of no longer quickly built walls of housing, and crashes and settles into another, ass up for the remaining part that's left. Smell of smoke and debris, along with some sort of ionized air around you, seemingly as the discharge of the force of the cannons. I am not happy with my music right now. There we go. Finally pick up. Sparks, you fell through what looks to be a 2-story building on your back, as meeting some very frightened family folks. You begin to jump upwards to see what's going on. Sparks, you have been dislodged and freed into the air, finding yourself half stuck into a building, looking at a Titan that is currently anchoring itself on the floor with chain ballistas that has entered another sky ship.
Sorry, not
You are still on the vessel.
Yep.
Smelling what looks to be, or smells to be what beginnings of a fire. You don't see the fire yet, but you smell the smoke and the crackling underneath the sound as you hear the distant, horrid sounds of your shadowhounds chasing its prey. Drake, we'll get to you in a moment. We're going to start with Smart.
Yes.
You're halfway to the roof.
Yeah.
You take a moment, a couple rounds, a little sore after that fall.
Wow.
Dust and debris falling still, eyes blinking, the shrapnel out of your eyes, that is the dust. Coughing the mute.
Does X skip like a stone when he hits the top of things? Like
He didn't see that, but yes.
No. Oh. I came in like an ecking ball.
That's t-shirt moment right there.
4 soldiers dropped dead to the psychic damage.
Came in like an ecking ball.
So we're holding him in the chain.
How heavy are you?
500 plus.
Well, with nothing on, 550 pounds. With everything on, about 650.
So yeah, you're any part of momentum that you have will definitely do some damage to you and anything else in the way. So
Hacking ball.
you are currently launched about 3-4 feet off the ground into a stone wall, ass into the wall.
Well, fuck this. I need to get some height. Now I'm gonna start climbing up.
Oh, make a general strength check because you are launched into the
Yes. Do I not have a skill of that capacity? Is that
wall.
something?
This is
Does that come
Make
with,
an athletics
does that
check.
come with one of my things that I just did?
no, not yet.
Okay. Didn't I
Good question. I know what you're alluding to, but
yeah. I wasn't sure myself. So, just a regular strength check, right?
yes, this is to see how long it takes to get you dislodged from the wall and begin to climb up the building.
Check. 14 for the check.
Okay? It takes you a few moments as you have to dislodge you, get a couple of packs that are getting caught on the various bits of broken pieces of rock that is the wall. You notice a couple of screaming and something going up the stairs behind you, but you're kind of preoccupied right now as you dislodge your lower abdomen from the wall itself and begin climbing upwards, and it takes you about a minute or two as you get to the ceiling.
A minute. God, that's a long time.
Well, you're pretty stuck, man.
Oh boy. All right.
As you get up to the top, make a general
Oh my god, just do it. It's like someone opening a soda in class.
Like last week. Or was it
All right.
before that?
Perception check. Just tear it
Let
open.
me rephrase. As you get to the top, you see a city under siege. There is one other vessel that is currently free and reigning, that is currently dropping soldiers after soldiers after soldiers. Do a general history check, just because I'm a nerd and I know what kind of frigate these things are.
15 straight up.
15? Okay. Yeah, you know a little about vessels and stuff like that. But I'll say these are ship of the line class frigates, 4th and 5th rate. So they can hold anywhere from 200 to 300 soldiers. They came in with frigates that have 2 lines of guns and are dropping soldiers after soldiers. The effectiveness is minimized, though. As you see the sun cannon. No sound, but anti-sound. Shoots out again, taking out another ship in the water. Seemingly the Titans taking out whatever they needed to, as you see a line of Titans walking on the water back to the city.
On the water.
On the water. And then beginning to run.
Don't know if I should be scared or have a...
A Titan running? Oh
Pokey
god.
dog.
Several Titans.
You
What looks to be 4 of them on water with various things on their backs. Some of them ballistas, one of them a massive ballista on its back, and others that look like barrels of several people on its back.
I was going to say it's a Blastoise.
Excuse me. Where the fuck are you right now?
On a roof?
No, I'm on
Ship that is currently anchored onto the floor by the Titan that is in front of you. That is now about head height. 2 stories up. This thing is, this is a large thing. So you're just getting up over the crest of its back because it's almost like a turtle shell. You notice the arcane cannons on the vessels and start to aim towards the Titan himself. You also notice a grouping of soldiers off to about the right-hand side that are seemingly gathering and moving towards a line of riflemen and seemingly to start to overwhelm them. We're going to make a general perception check to see how much you get. Because it is, at the moment, chaos.
Captain Average?
32.
Holy mother of ghosts!
What did you roll?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Bitches!
I just pulled up a map and I see everything.
so, what is your priority before I say anything?
All right. I want to know where all my company might be, and I want to know if there's any innocents in immediate danger.
One moment.
So I'm looking where do I think my friends are, and do I see any imminent dangers?
With a 32 perception, you see sparks about 100 feet.
33. I'm sorry.
33.
33.
In that case.
That makes a difference.
Since we're not counting.
You see a giant metal man with the electrical backpack that you probably presume is Sparks, about 150 feet back where you came.
You see somebody thinking they're doing their best Superman.
It's like out of this just.
You need a
The electrical
cape. You
discharge
need
back.
a cape.
No case. Unless it's a cave of defense, in which case maybe.
You see him just beginning to come out of the house. You see, of the soldiers that are moving towards a location, you notice a flare, red flare, go shooting into the sky, 100 feet in the air, that was set off by what looks to be a leader figure, some sort of champion, holding a vicious-looking great sword that is leading a group of humanoid Empyreans.
Friend or foe?
Definitely foe. Vrosians that are currently marching their way towards a firing line, and one of them seems to be a arched back that used to use his rifle as a cane and has a dislodged.
Fuck.
Yeah. Glancer, one of the members of the council of the Tempered Thought, is currently doing a last stand with what looks to be 10 remaining forged soldiers, most of them riflemen, that has perched themselves on some debris that has fallen over and is currently shooting at anything that moves at this line of 50 plus men that are making their ways down the street. Reinforcements have not arrived. You can hear a retaliation beginning to happen, but right now there's too much chaos and they haven't arrived to them yet. You also see the cannon about to fire, and you realize but you do not see Drake, and you have to make a choice.
I don't see.
You do not see Drake.
Do I see the remnants?
Yes, you see a remnants of about a 200-foot line of where the ship crashed into buildings. The other part broke off and landed in another part of the section, and then crashed into ass up. And you would be about 75 feet. Let's say this is the ship. Ass up here, you'll be like over here.
And I don't know where Nicholas is at all. I know that she was with me on the ship, and I saw her get lashed on as I ejected.
Well,
off.
you know where the Man of Steel is.
You know where the Man of Steel is. That's all you know. Because so many things happened at the same time. It was just like fight, explosion, and ejection. Confetti.
It was 18 seconds.
Sparks!
I'm assuming we're going to have to roll to hear that.
Tommy!
I'm assuming we're going to roll to hear that.
Make a perception check.
I'm 100-something feet away in the middle of this massive war.
And then I make a mental note. It would be a lot easier if we didn't have to.
Nat 20. Landing.
David,
Super
confirm
style.
that shit. Confirm that shit.
Okay, just
Don't keep your finger away from
I
that.
haven't touched it.
Keep your finger away.
That's a fucking nat 20.
Which makes it
So we'll get to that in a moment.
a 26.
So 26. Thank you for that. So we'll get to that in a moment, Sparks. So
27, actually.
Eck, as you begin to scream, as you're trying to gather information, you hear a familiar sound of a as a line of guns begin to fire on the Titan that is currently holding down the ship, as various people are trying to force individuals climb their way up the chain to the ship itself. The Titan takes a few hits, and you hear gunfire as the group off to the right-hand side are starting to move their way forward, with the leading figure taking out this vicious, reverse jagged greatsword, seemingly pointing it towards.
It's more like a great saw.
We need a ship. I've never done it before, but how close could I actually be to running up the chain?
You are looking at the backside of the Titan. With a good 15-foot jump, you can jump onto the back of the Titan, where the ballistas are, that are currently chained to the ship.
Right, and then I could either climb or run up the...
Either or, yeah.
Got it. All
where
right.
multiple other individuals are currently trying.
Do I have a movement to do something like that?
You can definitely do so.
I called out, I assume as a bonus action, to me.
This is not turn-based situation. This is what's the hell's going on. This is cinematic version.
I got to make a choice.
So depending on what you do, will depend on what happens.
As your descriptions, I was envisioning like the classic,
Yeah, the entrance kind of deal. You do hear screams in the distance, so.
We got it. You know what? We're not going to take them out in the ground. We're going to take them out in the sky. That's what I think. Let's turn their weapons against them. And so I jump down. I'm hoping I got word over to Sparks. I jump down.
You can wait to see if he heard you, but that will take more time.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you're going to jump onto the Titan's back?
Mm-hmm.
Make an athletics check.
And then I'm going to attempt to climb up with any movement left I have.
If you jump properly, you'll be on the Titan's back.
You said athletics or what?
Yes.
21.
21. You take a few steps back. You go. And at the last second, you feel the butterflies in your stomach because it is a good 20-foot drop. And you and land with a heavy thud on the back of the Titan as a couple of Forge heads whoop around, one of them actually being draconic, as you see a Dragonborn. All battle ready, a couple of them has taken a couple of wounds, a couple of arrows have been in their chest, the Forge individual. The Dragonborn doesn't look staved yet, and they just go...
I'm putting my sword, my sword was away at the time because we knew we were crashing, so I just go combine, give him a nod, and do a high five as I start running up the freaking chain.
His hand was kind of, I was like holding, and he's not
He's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right. And they begin to follow you. Make another acrobatics or athletics check as you climb the chain, as you transitions to Sparks.
Hero landing. Slide on was it slide on the roof a little bit?
Athletics check?
Yes.
30.
Jeez. You are in the zone. Almost like a thing out of like...
I'm rolling good tonight.
A switch has been flipped for Eck. No more Mr. Average.
Whatever that dragon
I've
has...
been hiding, folks.
Yeah,
And I finally said,
Sparks,
you know what?
that fire that you've been waiting, that you've been holding, kindling, and putting out, saying that this will kill you, you're no longer hiding from it. That fire in your chest, the fire that fills your bones and makes you want to run towards the enemy.
Bonus action, raging.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I took damage last time, so will this...
It's not on turn-by-turn basis, all right?
Okay, so I still...
Eck is pissed, and...
I know, but I don't know if I lost my rage from because I was raging at the time.
I would say yes, you lost your rage because even though we went from that combat is kind of ended.
Sure.
The ship
Okay.
went
And
kaboom.
I'm fair with that. And then there's time for me to have gotten out of the wall and climb up and call out for So I'm on my second rage. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to do bonus action rage as I'm going up.
Without even looking down on your feet, you just start running on the taut chain. Just light footsteps. As others are currently hands and legs just baby walking their way up, crawling all their way up towards the ship, as you just immediately no effort. Well, a little bit of effort, but keeping fine balance and keeping all your movement.
And as I'm getting near the, how far am I away to the actual?
It's a good 50 feet, but we're going to be transferring.
Okay, gotcha. I'm not there yet. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm preparing a punchline.
Yep.
I'm preparing a punchline. We're gonna leave it at that.
Sparks, you jump out of the building.
Slide on some of
You
the
see
stays.
chaos once again. Make with a 26 perception check as you hear
27.
You hear Eck in the distance, just faintly over the battle noise, screams and other things going on. With a 26 perception, you see Glancer, currently 8 men now, that is currently being besieged by what looks to be a champion and a group of soldiers, currently holding their stand. You see other people coming in, but they're not going to make it in time before these things clash. And you can tell that most of them are rangers. Gunmen. Musketeers, as they're releasing volley after volley after volley, as Glancer is giving out commands and seems to be preparing what looks to be some sort of strange coconut-looking metal device. With a 26 perception, you also hear a feminine scream. You look off to your left, and you notice 2 clay golems that are currently just wallowing through the streets, as one of them is currently preoccupied by several soldiers that have that what looks to be steel high tension wire that is meant for cutting clay, and they're currently slicing chunks off the body, as the other one is currently walking around unreined and is currently moving towards what looks to be a female and a young child that is currently caught in them open. Seemingly the door locked that they're trying to move. You do not see Drake.
I'm assuming I see the ship that...
You see the ship and the entire crash line, but for the point of view that you have, you don't know where it is.
But I hear...
But you do see a crazy turtle that you're like, no, that's not it. Yeah, just...
The fuck?
Spartan style, jump from one building to the Titan's back, high five someone, battle blade out, and then start just booking it up a top chain that is currently firing arcane shot
Crouching tiger
towards the Titan that is currently
cinematic as fuck.
Holy shots!
This is war.
Okay, can I get a position idea of where the riflemen are compared to the ship?
The riflemen are good, I would say 150 feet away. They're not near the ship.
Okay, are they in the direct opposite direction of the ship, or are they like
a little bit? They're, let's say the ship crashed this way.
Mm-hmm. No, his guy's ship, the one he's in one to.
Oh, his?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, his is from the ship to the grouping. It's, I would say, about 200 feet difference.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
They're not close, and they're
Which is
separate
closer?
battles. They're pretty much equal distance for you.
Okay, I've got a stupid idea. I want to head for the riflemen.
You're going to head for the riflemen?
Jumping. Over the rooftops.
Make up your athletics check to see how fast you are jumping, because this is one of the most extreme cases that you use the electrical jump back.
That's going to be a modified 20.
20. With ease.
Jumping, sliding on the roof, sliding down, jumping, sliding down.
Seeing a couple of what looks to be riflemen and heavy crossbow individuals that are currently firing from either from the arms or from the mounted positions that are from the rooftops, shooting onto the Imperials. You see a couple that are on the rooftops that are quickly being taken care of, that are Vrosian soldiers that landed on the rooftops, but are currently being taken out by other individuals that are posted on the rooftops themselves, having hatches open up that don't look like there are hatches, but are hatches, and they open up and they immediately engage.
Okay, I'm looking for the main group specifically.
The main group of what looks to be a dwindling 50 soldiers as they take volley after volley after volley.
Enemies. Specifically the main group of enemies.
Yes, that's the Vrosian soldiers that are going on to Glancer.
Yes.
That's the one you want, right?
Yes.
It takes you about 30 seconds to get there from the distance and stuff like that. As they march closer and closer, another forge falls. Another forge falls. As the front line of the remaining 4 forges make a blockade, taking whatever shrapnel that they were putting up, and are currently making the last stand, as Glancer, along with 3 other riflemen, are currently just unloading everything that they got, as several of them has ran out of ammo for rifle, and it's just tossed it to get some attention and brought out 2 what looks to be small firearm pistols. and is currently just releasing the arrows. That is where you're about to arrive. As the champion begins to engage, you land right in front. What would you like to do?
I'm going to make sure that I'm 15 feet away from the nearest forged. And I'm going to jump into the biggest pile of enemies I can see.
So as you initially land, you're currently behind the line that is currently ramshackled, that has been erected up quickly in order to make some sort of defendable position by the forge. You immediately jump over, not activating yet, as you punch a Vrosian as you go by, and make a general dex check to see how far you get into this line of soldiers.
General dex check. Not very dexterous, but this will work.
General dex check.
That is a good roll, and it's going to be a modified 18.
Okay.
Or modified 20, sorry.
Modified, oh.
Natural 20. It's going to be natural 18 plus 2, modified 20. There we
Okay.
go.
That's a different result then, because I have a marker in my head. So, as you begin to just body check, slam, using your shield and just moving forward, taking various pot shots as you go by people, you're going to take 1 point of piercing damage on a D12.
Wow.
Yes. As you are armored tank.
That's the point.
Yep, that's the point. As you get 5, 7, 10, 12 feet, as it's getting harder and harder, as people are now getting in front of you, almost like a football tackler, as they tackle onto you, seemingly grabbing you and trying to restrain you.
Perfect.
As this 7-foot tall metal man, and you seem to be
That's
going
like
in
5 feet tall.
almost
Trying
like
to
a
push me.
kamikaze style, as you're going in a suicide run to their minds. You make it 12, 13, as you keep pushing, 15. As you activate it, not even jumping that much. I need you to roll the damage.
So that's going to be a total of...
I hope this continues because this
also
episode's gonna be cinematic
work with my
as
driving
fuck.
force?
It does not, because it's not a melee weapon. It's a item.
That's a...
I'm likely going to interrupt that.
3d12.
It's not going
So
to
that would be
cinematic.
3d12 per jump and land, so do I want to roll 6d12 or just 3? You can do it twice.
Can't
It's
help.
once per turn.
I can't help
But if you're going over, okay. So you're not getting everyone in one blast.
I'm just trying to get as many as I can.
Okay. Roll 3d12.
Okay. 3d12. Now I'm spending big numbers. Let's go. Those are some decent numbers. Okay. That's going to be a total of 24 points of lightning damage.
24 points of lightning damage.
Is it lightning?
And is there any save for it?
Lightning damage.
I don't think
no
that-
save.
Okay. Confirming.
It's once per day.
Once per day
Right.
kind of situation. And I don't think you used it,
Nope. I did not. I made specifically sure that I was not going to use it.
even with the Yom T fight?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay.
I was going to use it, but I didn't get a chance to.
What was the points of damage again?
24.
24. As you activate your electrical jump pack, you, instead of jumping upward, you are propelled sideways, getting as many people as possible. As the 50 men immediately, almost like chain lightning, as the lightning jumps from one pot of metal plate to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, to pikes, to swords, to shields, to helms, as they go, as they just stand in place and just do the electrical shake as they get tased. As 1, 2, 10, 20, 43.
Where you at, big man?
As you see the champion, helm smoking, as he pulls it off with one hand, throws it to the floor, that is currently just steaming what looks to be flesh that has been peeled off his head. As he turns around, what used to be beautiful golden hair, now just charred and, well, patchy.
I'm going to slide
As
back
he
into
turns
the fence.
around, still smoldering, holding that single great sword as he takes both hands towards it.
Slide back into the fence. I just flared red.
I know you meant smoldering as in like he caught fire, but I was forced to imagine Flynn's the Smolder from Tangled.
He used to have the smolder.
Undercut the moment.
He used to have the
Bring on
smolder.
smolder.
Funny enough, I made it so that he had like he was full like the full stallion battle guy, but not anymore. You change to the single tide of battle right here. As you hear in the background, the various forwards immediately give a battle cry, immediately jumping their line and engaging what remains of the soldiers that are behind you, leading the champion towards you, slaying them quickly as you begin to engage.
Camera pulls.
We pulled from the scene for sparks. I hope that got through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Badass moments. Into the next.
Right before we go to Nicholas, you make contact as you get to the very top of the chain and are about to jump over the railing where a cannon is about to fire again.
What's the password? Turtle soup!
As you jump over the railing and lop a guy's head off clean. Attempt to. Going to roll 4 attacks just to see how well you're beginning.
4?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep the badass going. Keep the badass going.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Keep the badass going. Let's go. Looks like they're pretty badass.
Okay, yep. All right.
No more Captain
one
Average.
is, 1, the first attack. Not that good. 16.
You miss on the first one. Second one.
Second one.
Are you going reckless?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Roll that one again.
I think we covered that with the running up the chain.
Yeah.
Like, we can just rule that as a
Okay, that would be a 20 to hit.
Okay, so, and with your damage, you probably kill him. Lop guy's head off.
So the first guy ducked, but the second guy just didn't see it. Just
Not jobs!
Okay. Second one, thank God I'm in it. Well, no, pardon me. This one was, I rolled a 1 on the second advantage, but it was 19 plus. It was 29 to hit on the
Hits.
second one.
Probably kill a second
so
one.
you sliced from him and used his body to hit his friend.
21 on the
Hits.
third,
And the third one shot himself to death.
and 24 on the fourth.
Okay.
And you
And
land
you
on that
make
one.
landfall and begin to go ham before anyone is able to get properly prepared. As you make landfall and you go into it, you take off a guy's head, grab a guy,
Deckfall.
pull him off of the deck,
Turtlefall.
body check with the
think
side of
anyone's
your
gonna argue the
shell
semantics.
into another
Deckfall.
guy, which causes him to fall into the rigging that goes into the center of the ship and causes him to go into the ship. As you see one guy that is currently on his back, and you just smile and just jump onto his back with your butt. As you hear a crack, as his spine probably breaks.
Hey, I am offended by that.
As you continue your onslaught, several other forge, through your distraction, are able to get onto the ship itself. As they begin to bolster you and assist you, as they begin to make battle lines, as you go into it and go,
Berserk.
berserk. There is
I
one
don't
problem.
have that ability yet. I'm close.
Oh, see, I was going to get back and make jokes on bolster. Are they handing him weapons? Because then there would be an arming bolster. Thank you.
That's a history joke.
I'll
for
be
you,
here all
folks.
night.
That's a history joke for you.
Do
Yeah.
you have to be?
Unfortunately,
Yes. You know what? If those
He might
folks
not be.
watching look up what an arming bolster is, you'll go, wait a second.
I've worn one.
Yep.
Actually,
so have I.
he might not be here all night, given on the current situation he's in.
Right.
We'll see.
Like, I didn't
We'll
want to
see.
call it out. I thought it was a little subtle foreshadowing, but
You do take 13 points of force damage as you turn around the corner, as you open the door to begin to go into the captain's quarters, and you immediately hit with missiles, force,
Magic missile.
magic missiles!
There you go.
As there
That's a
seems to
good
be
cantrip.
some sort of caster that is currently next to the captain himself. No, the captain is currently on deck, fighting somewhere. You're not quite sure. And there's a line of what looks to be elite soldiers. As
Protecting this asshole?
protecting this asshole.
Good. Fine. I'm a hemorrhoid.
Oh, that was low blow.
Well, you fall over in pain.
No, he's going to fall over in pain because he's going to wish he didn't have me.
Pain!
So,
Lots of pain!
What was 14 points you said?
14 points
that.
of
Got it.
magic missile.
And of course, that's not halved because it's force.
Yes, and for cinematic reasons, the door closes, and there's breaking and shattering, and then there's chairs flying off out the window in the back, followed by one other guy, and you hear screaming, followed by one final cast of this asshole. As you feel a magical force over you beginning to take you, as he puts his hand out that seems to shimmer, everything seems to slow down. And you recognize this as haste being cast on you from the wizard. Do you accept it? Three,
Yes.
2, you go haste, and he immediately drops it.
Yep. Saw it coming.
And you immediately and just go lethargic. As for a turn, you are stunned, and he jumps out the window and disappears. As you regain yourself, you still hear battle behind you, and do you jump over or continue on the ship?
You know, I want the ship.
Okay.
Fuck him.
You continue your job on the ship. The ship has been reduced in soldiers as they did jump into the city. So there's not 300 soldiers waiting for you. But as you go back outside, you notice small mechanical birds, almost finch size. 1, 10, 20, 50 of them. All tweeting and chirping in almost like a robotic bird mimicking sound. Seemingly making various explosion sounds, screaming on others, distracting, enhancing, and seemingly swarming one poor Vrosian soldiers that is currently just freaking out and then falls over with a mighty Wilhelm scream. And you notice 4, 2 of them familiar, forged winged soldiers with long halberds that are currently sky sentinels that are currently flying and doing flybys. 2 of them that seems to have some sort of red roses around its collarbone. Another one with feathers on its helm. Blue of them. The guards that are supposed to keep you safe. Seemingly reinforcing this guy. Nicholas. Taking the fire out of here. It is nice to see your face with flames.
It's appropriate.
Yeah, there you go. You are currently on the vessel.
Yep.
I need you to roll 4d10. And I'll tell you what happens.
Am I missing? No, I just can't tell shapes. We're good. Do you need them separate or just total amount?
Total amount.
25.
25. Okay. Gathering your senses, as you were jostled around a little bit, is a little disorienting. You do still have Charles with you. He's in your pocket. Seems to be safe and sound, along with your backpack. And you're strapped currently on the side of the railing. And the ship is at a good, maybe 30-degree angle. Mm-hmm. Right now, it's more like a sideways battle terrain, and it's going to be a little bit to jump down. One of the first things you notice, make a general perception check before I say anything.
I'm going to reroll that. That is, I think, perception is +5, so it's 21.
21. Okay. Gathering your senses and looking around, you smell the fire, and you gather it's like, this thing's probably going to burn down in a few minutes. Or over the course of several dozen minutes, if it actually catches. Mm-hmm. You notice that there are soldiers seem to be amassing at the base of this wrecked ship that look to be the survivors of this wrecked ship that used to have 350 soldiers in it. Reduced to about 125 soldiers because it was dropping soldiers off, and only 25 remain.
Okay.
as they seem to be reorganizing, gathering their senses, and someone seems to be handing out strange metal-tipped contraptions about this big that have red glass cores in them that seems to slosh around almost like a lava lamp. Seems to be passing out and seems to be barking orders
Do I have
about...
any familiarity with the sloshy thing?
Make an Arcana check.
That's a natural 20.
Of course.
It's been a night.
So that's
it's been
a
a night.
21.
21?
Oh, womp womp.
These are...
I don't understand how magic
that'd be
works.
26, right?
26 plus 5.
Because you get the +5
Oh,
for,
yeah.
okay.
for home rules.
These are what they call our fire jars. But these things look to be a little bit more upgraded and to be a lot more potent. As one of them almost drops it and immediately gets chastised by the commanding officer that seems to have a rapier on his side, along with what looks to be a nice hat, but now is now tattered and has holes in it and everything, and what looks to be fine leather armor, along with a dazzling black cape.
How far away are they from me?
Oh, they're at the base, so they're at 30 feet below you.
Okay. And how would you say that they're within a 20-foot radius sphere of each other?
They are not. There are a couple of them are, as they seem to be massing. As the soldier is moving around, he immediately turns around as a couple of soldiers seem to start to gather towards each other. He immediately barks, "Get back! Prepare for bombardments!" As he seems to
There's no
separate them.
methods.
The most, at best, seems to be about 11 per grouping. So 2 groups of 11.
2 groups of 11. About how big of a... I need to know...
Within a 20-foot radius, there seems to be 11, and then the remaining of the 25, which is going to be 14.
Okay. And...
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. There were a lot more inside the wreck.
Were.
What you also notice
They're very
during
holy.
looking around, there's another group of soldiers that you see over the ridge of the houses that you're, kind of crashed into.
Sure.
A group of soldiers that are currently marching through, preoccupied on one side with 4 individuals, and as you see golems seem to move towards them, and what looks to be a leading individual take a small medallion, face it towards the golem, and the golem is deterred. It's like it immediately starts moving another direction.
The thing...
And,
a person who's holding one of the things.
okay.
You said they're about 30 feet away.
Yeah, and I will say about 6 of them each
Okay.
have these strange jars.
Lava lamps.
Sure.
Lava lamps, sure.
I see a lava lamp.
Okay.
I do too. Like it's canister shaped, like
Yeah.
Bring the disco.
it puts the whoosh in fireball.
I would like to
Not.
add a particularly stupid looking one. Like unwise specifically.
Make an inside check. Because, I mean, you view a lot of these humans as pretty
How
stupid.
smart can they be? They're holding exploding lava lamps. This is true.
Look at what's on my back. Holding something dangerous doesn't make you dumb.
It just makes you dangerous
So that's
and potentially
insight.
Yeah.
That's a 24.
Jesus Christ, guys.
It's only a 19.
useful. Only.
So,
I haven't rolled a single.
of the
thing.
various, you notice 3 individuals. Most of them are holding two-handed. And there's a couple of them that are just holding it one-handed.
Okay. So one of those dipshits.
Another one is kind of juggling it back and forth with his hand.
Cool. One of those dipshits, I would like to... Actually, I can do this. This targets...
I rolled a perception
A
check.
creature. Yes. Perfect. Okay. I am going to twin cast suggestion on 2 of these dipshits, which means that I can also activate my Shadowfell shard because meta magic.
Magic.
Yeah, this is meta right here.
So, I need them to make wisdom saving throws, and they are at disadvantage on that.
Oh. Well, we need to change your verbiage. She needs them to fail wisdom saving throws.
Right. Can I high five you right now?
Long distance.
Like I said,
awesome.
badass moment. Badass moment. Badass moment. Dead.
All right.
Badass.
So
dead.
2
Yes,
wisdom saving
that
throws
is-
at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right, because it's a spell shard. It was about like life.
I don't want to call it.
That's a natural 4 and a 14, so he's not going to, no chance in hell.
Correct.
And the second
Everyone
one,
else, not you. Just why.
natural 1.
Okay.
Oh.
So what they both hear is, those look heavy. Why don't you toss them aside?
Let me just double check, okay? Are they in the charm now?
And since she has a stronger understanding of that, like, limitation of self-harm thing, like, if just tossing them aside is too close to that, then, like, toss them at the other group of people, so it's not a self-harm thing.
Because self-harm, they know, like, if they drop this at their feet, they're fucking dead.
Right. But if they toss it over there at their buddies, that's not...
I'm going to do a, because I didn't really specify where it's direction, I'm going to do a directional die.
Sure.
And we'll say the center. Okay, well, let's put down to blast templates just for simplicity here.
Here's the other 20-foot blast temple. Okay.
We'll say the other one is over here.
Okay.
So we'll say whichever one is closest pointing is going to be where it's going to be.
Okay.
So the first one's over there. And the second guy is...
Ow. Right on his feet.
No.
We wouldn't do that.
Oh.
They just
So,
cross
okay.
apart. Cinematic moment. You see them cross in midair.
So quite literally, as a because this is the first time they notice you. They're the first ones to notice you because of the magical effect. As you just pop your head over, almost like
Demented gopher. You. This.
as several tendril leafy vines seem to be just moving somewhat behind you, as your backpack's still open.
Oh,
As
I have
nightfall-
a thing that I'm going to say
As
to him
nightfall
also.
is just creeping over as the sun leaves the mountains, as the shadows begin to come in. As you begin to word your suggestion into play, shadow seems to dance around their ears as their eyes flicker over with a bit of a black shadow. As their eyes go back to normal, and go, yeah, it's pretty heavy. And you hear, why am I holding this? Everybody, catch! And he throws it like a football, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna get you too! And he throws it to the other guy. And you hear it, no! as the commanding officer sees this happen, as he immediately dives bombs, as some other begin to
while
dive.
he's diving
Okay.
to my buddy, you hungry yet? Gesturing at the commanding officer.
That's just gross.
As you hear a breaking clatter of metal and then immediately breaking of glass. And suddenly 2 explosions of fireball proportions, followed by napalm fire. Roll 6d6.
Oh!
Man, I can't even see
Can
sounds
someone lend
moving.
me
There's
two?
just like sounds coming out of this thing.
I need to.
Wilhelm screams when he's up here, and suddenly Wilhelm screams come out from over there.
Oh, that's a lot of 5s.
That's what I like to hear.
That's a lot of pain.
26.
26. I'm going to
That's a
just
lot of
roll
charged
generic
enemies.
dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
At disadvantage because everything. So that's a natural 3 and a natural 7 and 9. No. You hear screaming, blood curdling screaming, as they do not die initially. The fire, as fire goes almost mushroom clouds upwards, and the fire remains on the floor, still burning like napalm, as bodies are running out on fire from the scenes, going onto building sides, running into the street, maybe 2-3 feet before collapsing and dead, as all of
Ones
them
that have the
die.
remainder.
You see what looked to be the leading individual currently on the floor, rolling and just horribly burnt and scarred, currently just combat rolling on the floor, barely alive as it is, as you hear well, I wasn't particularly hungry, but since you insist, as you feel your plant's mental self reach out with its devil-infused body. You see his head of
Over
the soldier
the flames.
still on fire as his head, one hand, two hands, and he just releases it. And his eyes pop. And he falls down. And you hear as a stream of gray psychic.
I, for one, am upset about this. I'm so glad about here to see this.
Wow.
Nightmare fuel. Nightmare fuel.
You were there, it's fine.
I had this on my back.
I don't think anyone who's witnessing this is bothered by it.
Nope.
They're all either dead or in my pocket. It's fine.
Complete TPK on the enemy side. You hear a couple of screams inside the burning wreck of the ship that are partially alive soldiers, but they're pretty much handled.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is there anything you would like to do since you're still kind of posted up on the ship? What would you be next course of action?
Next course of action, I'm going to scoop up Charles and in Sylvan. I need you to find a safe way down, blink to things, see if they're sturdy for me to land on, and then yip so I can follow you. Okay?
Oh wait, sorry, he has the community. Okay. You kind of toss him and he goes... Not bad, not bad. It takes a few moments, and you hear...
And I'm gonna unlash and go to where he indicated, and...
It takes a solid 2-3 minutes for you to get down through this process, but Charles does pretty good.
Ooh.
With a natural 19.
Nice!
And it's safe.
Good puppy.
What smells like bacon?
Dead people.
Can I have some?
If they have bright flames on them, that will burn your mouth forever.
He's already over like near a foot and is currently shaking his leg of a horribly burnt corpse of a human.
The shadow dog that was hunting the captain of this ship, has he dissipated yet?
You don't really have connections to it once you release it. Make a perception check. Because you didn't see where the captain went.
Right, like this isn't... I'm basically just wondering if there's any of that like little bit of shadow pull, or like I'm basically either gonna know he's dead or my dog is dead or something's still happening, but whatever.
Unfortunately, that doesn't work that way. If it was concentration, you'll definitely know. But you kind of just release the hound, and after that, it's kind of, you can't stop it.
You make assumptions at that point.
You don't see it around, and you don't hear the painful howls of the creature itself.
Okay, that's good enough.
So, odds are either the creature's
I'll
dead
assume
or the
one of
captain's
them's
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
And then let's see. I am fuckered up, so I would like to go anywhere that looks like nothing's going to come after me.
Make a perception check.
That is a natural 20, so 25.
Everything dies.
30.
I'm going to go over here now.
Okay. So you're going to go in a direction that currently has no soldiers, no enemies. Mm-hmm. Are you purposely going towards allies, or are you just going like alleyways and staying out of conflict?
I'm sure we'll find each other eventually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we'll get to you in just a moment.
I killed so many.
Yay. Mass killings.
Battle. Drake.
For a second level spell with 2 sorcerer points, that was baller, and you know it.
I'll say about good... Well, your guys are still preoccupied.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
About 10 minutes... about 7 minutes for you. You are currently in the alleyway, by yourself, currently not feeling too well. As you look upon the two individuals in front of you that are definitely members of the Exalted Claw, two casters that you should know the name of, but every time you try to place the name with the face, you feel a jabbing mark inside of your mind. You pulled your guns. Is there anything you want to do before shooting the trigger?
No! There's nothing I want to do before pulling it.
As you pull out your guns, roll initiative.
Fuck this shit on it. Ooh, that's not a good roll.
Shit.
Told you, I hadn't rolled yet.
As you guys were doing your thing, I was timing to see how long before assistance can come to in.
Oh, fuck.
That's an 11. Just throwing that out there.
I think
An
I'm going to finish
11?
my battle first.
Oh boy.
You have a ship to take care of, so you're going to be battling a while. I'm probably going to be done in a round or two.
No. Put candy in front of me, man.
You are dead last.
Yep.
I rolled a natural 1, and one of these guys has a plus 11 to initiative.
Okay. If I recall, I have just burnt my reaction, so I don't have one.
Correct.
Right.
Well, actually, I'll say that was storytelling reaction and stuff like that. I'll say at the beginning of this initiative,
Okay.
you have your reaction back. So, first up is going to be Exalted Claw member Caster, which is going to be the dark robe individual that has the horribly scarred face with slightly draconic features. As you see a little bit of a fang on the left side of his face, where what looks to be scarring of like someone took a brand and did the side of his face, but you know is a dragon's mark.
Yep. I have something similar.
So wherever that is touching, there seems to be almost like the skin turns slightly scalish. The mouth turns a little bit more thin as you see a little bit more pointed teeth, and the left eye, followed by the bottom right eye, seem to be a little bit more yellow and slit.
I'm just remembering how fucked I am right now.
Oh, yeah. We left at this point. Just really quick finger.
Yep. This is how I left last time.
Yep. All right. Bring it on. Let's do it.
Yep, hold on, I'm just double checking something.
glory, just like the voices told me to.
You've been hanging out with them a little too often.
I don't know if it's him or her that I've been hanging out with too much. Or the church. You know, there's a lot of people who can put voices in my head, and I don't know which one's doing it.
I feel attacked.
Where is it? I'll just look it up here. I know he has it prepared.
Could be him, could be her, could be the church, could be the other people who are chasing us. I don't know anymore. We should just bore out the voices.
He just looks
I mean, I
at you
can do
after
that.
suggesting, after talking to you, seemingly expecting something to happen as you fight off this conditioning that you've had. And you just pull the guns on him. He just goes, "Well, fine. We'll do it an old-fashioned way." And he does a quick, as you see 2-3 flashes on each point of his finger as he casts Hold Person on you.
Okay.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please.
You're good at those, right?
I am. No, sometimes.
Dude!
No.
Oh, come on!
Does a 13 save?
No.
No. Alright.
Yeah,
Man,
you have a
we're
reaction.
all epic and shit. What the hell?
we took all the nat 20s.
Look,
Yep, I'm out of Flash of Genius. I can't change that save.
I was ep and ek. I was ep ek.
Hang on.
I'm gonna bore out your
Okay,
brain.
I can burn one hang on. Alright, I'm gonna burn my last... No, because he's just gonna eat it again. You know what? I get to continue making saves. I'm gonna bet they can't kill me in a round.
So, what?
Okay, I failed the save.
Okay.
Here we go.
Fail the save. You go, Todd. As he just walks away. As the next turn, this strange hunter, curled over, furs all over his body, where the little bits of flesh upon his arms and legs seem to be replaced by mechanical bits. Arcane, more than mechanical. Along with his lower jaw. Not the complete lower part of his jaw, but only the inner parts, where the lips is still there, but you see the lower part of his teeth is replaced by jagged bits of metal. As he just goes, and he goes past you, and just sits there, looking past the alleyway into the rest of the city. On the peripheral of your eye, a few seconds go by, you notice a forged soldier. A small patrol seemed to run by, not noticing the hallway.
There's a point where I get to make another save.
Yes, he does. The caster, taking a step forward, seemingly taking off his hood. You
Keep talking. Keep talking.
You want to make another wisdom saving throw?
Monologue, please, for look up monologue.
Please for look up on the gun monologue.
Will a 17 get me out of this?
I have to double check.
I know, please monologue, man. You caught me monologuing.
You sly dog, you call me monologuing.
It does not.
Okay.
As you feel you're about to mentally first, he brings out a small wand that has strange glyphs on it, and it seems to flare. As it goes back to his turn. I have prepared so many notes for this single conversation. Mentally tried, rewritten, and prepared and rehearsed it again. And now that it's here, now that it's now, it's terribly cliche. Make another wisdom saving throw.
You're standing there like that?
Yeah, he's paralyzed.
18.
18, you just succeed.
Fuck, okay.
As he takes a couple steps.
He doesn't. Nice. Nice.
Make a deception check.
Oh, nice.
And you need to shut the fuck up, all right?
Sorry.
You're one of those.
I'm proficient in deception. I've never rolled this. That's a 20. All right.
Wait a minute. Natural 20?
30. So total 30.
Oh.
Holy shit.
He has to roll insight. Okay.
Did you roll a natural 20?
Yeah.
This would be it. Oh.
So
He seems to kind of step to the side, keeping the eyes of peripheral, seemingly walking back and forth a good 5 feet from you. I doubt you remember me. But we remember you. All those experiments, all those treatments, seemingly rub his side of his face, that they placed on us. Just to make sure that it would survive on you. Not many of us survived the treatments. Few of us survived the mind test. Pointing towards the hunter. It's a shame that even the most favored of our mother's pets, she did enjoy you, decided to actually revolt. All that time wasted. Do have to say, pacing back and forth. Make another deception check.
20.
20.
Flat.
You did make this enjoyable.
I'd hate to be disappointing. Fireball. Firebolt.
Okay, roll an attack.
Firebolts.
Really, if you felt like doing fireball, we'd understand.
Does a 23 hit him?
It does not. As you shoot him point blank range, the bolt almost bisects and goes either direction as he just brings up one of his hands.
But that's not the end of my turn.
No, there's not.
Hemingway?
Hemingway was destroyed, remember?
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Ow, God.
You looked up, Mr. Hemingway.
Hemingway? Son of a bitch. All right. Can I make a use action free? You know, or you're interact with an item.
You were holding your action, I would say.
Okay.
So go ahead.
To prep the.
Okay. Natural 2.
I'm just gonna hit the.
Yeah.
Smoke dagger.
Before you even have time to react, as you just bum rush him, essentially. As you go into it, I need you to make another wisdom save.
Yeah, I'm sure I do. 12.
12 does not succeed.
This is not a good save for me. I'm just saying.
Story-wise, you freeze, and he seems to push his hand towards you, and you immediately go taut onto the wall.
Can I still talk?
You are paralyzed.
Okay.
Thank you. As he kind of takes his hand across the side of your cheek. Thank you.
Yeah. That's way creepier than I was.
Mother hated that you became too much like her. Running with that book. But seeing her face while you were placed on your knees after being caught. Magnificent. Takes a tear. But just like all claws, we must be used to the end. And that use is now ended for you. It's time to take up the mantle of traitor. Make another wisdom save.
Yeah, I say keep talking. Keep talking, asshole. 8.
Please keep on looking.
Because you're still unlucky. I'll say that your facial features just permanent scowl. Let's go. And say goodbye. As you hear to the only ones that gave a damn about you. As you start to see Nicholas's face come around the corner with your passive perception. And you're a little proficient in this kind of trickery, especially where you come from.
Yeah.
You see a slight shimmer of where a building is,
Okay.
and you look over and you notice, like, that's an illusion.
I knew I should have prepped Skywrite today. Drake here, Eric.
And you notice that the illusion, as soon as you kind of make indirect eye contact, even though you're looking through an illusion, towards Drake, as the illusion falls, as you see the robed man, face horribly scarred on one side, and this furred hunter hunched down. What did the play? One hand and the other. And you see a flash as teleport.
Can you counterspell teleport?
You can.
Then that.
You gotta roll for it.
I mean,
What level?
it looks like he's going,
It looks like he is currently apprehended.
but it looks like they're taking him.
It looks like they're taking him.
Then 4th level.
Max that shit out. Max it out. Max it out.
So,
I will say this. As soon as you cast it, the hunter is going to cast Counterspell at 5th level.
can I counterspell a counterspell?
That's a reaction upon a
I
reaction.
know.
So
That's-
unfortunately,
it
no.
was-
So as you begin to untether your shadow energy, you see the hunter. Oh!
Like a football.
Yeah, and quietly just tears it apart and eats whatever magic he has. And
Okay.
all three gone. You guys continue with the battle at the city.
Good, I gotta pee. Excuse me.
Goodbye, Drake. You guys continue. With minimum effort, so to say, decent effort, you slay the champion, taking his sword as prize and showing those that are remaining in the city, those that are still around, as reinforcements come to your side, forged, organics alike. As you see humans, dragonborns, turtles, all standing side by side with the remaining soldiers. You captured the vessel. Giving you a slight pause as you see a skyship fly over behind Sparks. As you turn around, expecting a barrage from the sky, but realizing there's 4 individuals and a friendly turtle on board.
I just hold the sword. I have no idea.
What do you deem necessary for the remaining soldiers of the city? What do you deem for the remaining soldiers of the city? Some of them are willing to fight. Others seem to be hesitant to continue, but seem to be cornered.
Take each and every one, give them access to a hot meal, and question each and every one of them individually.
Glancer. Thank you very much for your assistance. I would not be here standing today if it wasn't for you. He hands you this strange coconut contraption. That one is yours. It's called a fragmentation grenade. They would not take me alive.
You know what? Bag of holding.
Make us up! And they begin one by one, capturing the remaining forces of the Vrosian Empire, taking them as war prisoners, and seemingly treating them well.
How many ships?
As you guys collect yourselves and regroup eventually, as it takes a little bit, as the number of hours turns into well into the late night. As you're dousing fires, collecting, taking out pockets of resistance where soldiers are holding up with each other, you eventually meet up. You, in the alleyway, finding a single ring. And that's it.
A single what?
A single ring.
Okay.
A dirty steel ring that curls like mist around a dark oval diamond.
Drake's been wearing it the whole damn time.
Okay.
You would know what this is, especially since it was blocking you.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Every time you went,
The whole damn time.
Oh, there's a thing that I am willing to get rid of, and I'm gonna attune to that shit, and he's not getting it back.
I was expecting more of a fight. Sorry, Drake.
That's all right. No, I was expecting no fight at all. I was expecting like just cinematic, like hey, and we disappear.
Well, it was a little bit like
it's
that.
kind of like that. It's a little bit more tasteful.
I was completely tapped out. Like I had 20 hit points left. I had burned all of my resources. I had like 2 first level spells left.
Like classic bad guys, they come in when you're not prepared.
Classic badasses, we take on entire armies solo.
As you guys
I mean, my
come back
team's
as
2
heroes, victors and champions, for taking out a skyship single-handedly, destroying it in a glorious mushroom cloud almost.
I think that was her.
Well, no, you destroyed a skyship by yourselves.
Right.
Y'all destroyed the skyship. I made the post-destruction mushroom cloud.
Yes.
That's different. Again, you broke my ship.
We have another
You
one.
find, as people are glorifying you, telling them, telling stories of how you proceeded into the battle, already glorifying and over-exaggerating your feats of tales. Maybe not so much, but definitely glorifying. You find out that you're missing one. Or at least you can't find one, as you find Nicholas. Kind of just sticking in the corners, out of sight.
Focusing really hard on her hand.
Nicholas, have you seen Drake at all?
Yes, he was taken.
What?
He was taken.
How?
That hunter was saying he was looking for someone.
Yes, I know. They're hunting. They've been hunting Drake. They've been wanting his book. I should have put that book in my shithole. Because then they'd be finding out that they don't have what they're really looking for.
They'd kill him.
They'd kill him?
They'd kill him anyways.
They're not going to kill him. If they were going to kill him, they would have done it here. They're going to torture him, they're going to wring him out, and they're going to destroy his mind.
Yep, that's fair. I feel like we're going to find him on the battlefield at some point against us now.
I think they're going to break him too much to do that.
Potentially what the Vrosians are going to do anyways.
Oh, okay.
And can I have your character sheet and your magical?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. All right, so there's the character sheet. You're going to have to give me a minute to fish out all of the crap that Drake was carrying.
Good thing none of it was useful.
No, all of it was amazing.
Useless in this situation.
How do I get him back?
There you go.
Unless you have a way to get to the Vrosian Empire, and probably the capital of the Vrosian Empire, without being immediately killed on sight, because we're a little bit on the high-profile side now.
As you guys gather this news,
Let's also keep in mind that we just repelled a potential invasion. We will not take this lightly.
we will end tonight's session right here, right now. Goodbye, Drake. We'll see if we see you again.
Hopefully as allies.
Oh, yeah.
It is up to you to decide. It is up to you to decide on your next course of actions. You are currently being gathered to all members of the council, because they want to thank you personally. But we will start that on part 2 of this episode. So, I hope you enjoyed this journey. I hope you enjoyed this battle scene. I know we didn't have a battle map, but it was kind of 3, 4 separate locations. I didn't have enough dwarven forge for each place.
Plus, it would take a very long time. Each of those battles was going to be at least a 6-hour combat.
Oh,
at least.
with all the miniatures. Yeah, let's put the Titan and the soldiers. 50 soldiers over here. 20
I'm pretty
soldiers
sure
over
mine
here.
took one turn.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yours was really
You did the Fallout version of it. Pause. Pip-Boy. Pip, 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 pip.
as kaboom.
Yes. Bit of an RNG luck there.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yes. We will end tonight's session for the 4th time. I do apologize about that. Till next time, I hope you join us again for part 2 of episode
What do we got?
13.
13.
Part 2.
Part 2. See you next time. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
3 to go.
Wow. 3. Fuck. Oh my god.
Vanish.
2 to go.
Come at me, yo.
Play
You have to kill me fast enough for me to not banish myself.